Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Hicks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time to live picks for today's action. And on today's show, we'll have picks from the NBA playoffs. Major League Baseball, 15-game card. Lots of rivalry action going on today in baseball. We'll also have picks from the NHL playoffs. And we welcome in the W. The WNBA kicks it off with 3 games on the board today. Guys, we're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Approaching 50,000 subscribers. You know, if we get 50,000 people to hit that subscribe button, we have pretty good content here. So make sure you hit it. And of course, give us that like, that thumbs up right away. Greatly appreciate that. It really helps us build up our audience. And what we'll do here is introduce the cappers and then get right to the picks, as we don't mess around here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much. Hey, shout out to the Jets staying alive. They beat the Dallas Stars, forced Game 6 back in Dallas. Nuggets forced Game 7 on Sunday back in OKC. Should be a good one there. We'll see what happens tonight with tonight's matchup with Boston and the Knicks in the Garden on a Friday night. So, hey, we got some good games going today. Can't complain about yesterday. Nice little winning day for me. So let's cruise right on into the weekend and find some more winners.
Find some more winners and finding winners yesterday. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Coming off of a 3-0 day yesterday. Hit the Twins on the money line. It was the best bet there. And then had Denver. Figured they would keep it close. Was hoping OKC could close it out there, but OKC played around a little bit too much there. But yeah, 3-0 day. Cashed our free pick with the over in the A's and Dodgers. I think we got that by the 3rd inning. So yeah, just a good day all in all. Personally had Shohei for 2 home runs, so cashed that. So yeah, really good day yesterday, ready to get today.
Yeah, Shohei, a big day there. Of course, Beto, 2 home runs per 9 innings. That was not a good choice to put him in there yesterday. Let's say hello to Sean. Sean, what's happening?
You know, the Ohtani 2 homers. I know the 1 homer was 155, Chris, because I looked at it. I'm like, you know what? I'm a ribby guy. So I went 2 ribbies for him at plus 340 yesterday. I loaded up there into the comments. I couldn't get something wrong with my mic yesterday in the afternoon show. But, yeah, good call on the Ohtani 2 homers. What did that pay? That had to be 3-1 probably?
It was, I took it live. It was live was $750.
Oh, wow. That is crazy. The guy's getting shelled and they're going to get that, like, double the odds of pregame on that?
Yeah, everything that as soon as Beto came out, like, I don't know, quickly, I took it by his next at bat. I took it after he was done, and it was plus 750 yesterday DraftKings.
Okay, because before the game started, it was plus 145 for 1.
Yeah,
yes.
1. Yeah, it was so low, under 2 to 1.
That's like when I say about the 2 ribby guys. Like, I'll take an Ohtani at 340 or a Judge at 340 for two ribbies. The guy hits a 2-run home run. You got it covered in the first, second inning sometimes.
Yeah, and what was crazy was 2.5. By the time he hit that one, went down to 525. So it was still plus for 3, but it was down to 525 at 3. I didn't take that one, but yeah, I don't know. Could have took anybody in the Dodgers, really.
Yeah. Nice. Well, nice over yesterday. Never in doubt for the 9.5 and 10 backers there. So I had 2-0 day on a basis for me yesterday there, but I did lose the OKC under there. I'm kicking myself for not taking the Nuggets since I've been taking these dogs lately. But whatever. Let's go baseball. I love my baseball. Forget NBA and the W.
No W for John.
Al, you're next up. Al, how you doing?
Yeah, no W for me yet either, but doing all right. Coming off a 2-1 day. It's been that kind of week for me. Not too bad. I think I had 1 bad day, but other than that, it's been a lot of 2-1s, a 2-2. So just rolling along and hope to keep it rolling. And let's see which play was I dropped yesterday. It was hockey again. So I had the Stars to close that series out. Unfortunately, the Jets showed up at home. That series has been tough on me. Haven't quite got that series yet, but we'll figure it out. Other than that, it's been pretty good, and looking forward to today's card. I mentioned too. I had bets for an RBI on my doggy video, and I did mention I think you could pretty much pick anyone on the Dodgers roster. I thought in that matchup, it looked like that kind of day, but sure enough, it was. But on to today.
Yeah, it looked like that way. Almost got to the 20 there. Almost got to the 20 spot. Of course, Ohtani had a shot, but a position player struck him out. That's how the Solo. Solo, what's up?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy to be here. Nice little day yesterday. Left a little meat
nice
on the
day.
bone.
Monster day yesterday.
Yeah, left a little meat on the game. I can't believe I was on that Orioles and Twins over. Orioles just can't hit. We'll get that back today. Nice little week. Starting to see the board a little bit better. Actually, I've been firing probably about 10 games all week, but today I only probably got like 3-4 plays. Don't really love the card, but let's fire. Let's make some money.
That's right. It's 8-2 day yesterday. Big day from Solo. I had a pretty good one yesterday at 3-0. Of course, our best bet was that over in the Dodgers and the Athletics. They're Beto on the mound, not doing the Beto shuffle like Rod says. We can't took that off the playlist right now for a while. Beto having his struggles, but
well, it depends on what you know. When Beto's going, it's the Beto shuffle for a reason because he shuffled the next batter up, oh, home run, next batter up, run. So you got to just have to figure out why you call it the Beto shuffle. Not for pitching, that's for sure. See, it's the reason why the minions use it and they do Beto, Beto. It's the alarm going off, going, Beto's pitching, watch out, sound the alarm. He's not good.
Yep. Not good at all. Robber weekend here, and people are making some. Yeah, Sean made note of that. I remember back in the day when the Diamondbacks and Tigers used to be natural rivals. I could never understand that. You have to be a baseball nerd like me to remember to figure things out like that. That was crazy. But let's get to the NBA. Single game on the board. No game tomorrow, by the way, because game 7 there will be on Friday, and then if this series Celtics Knicks goes to game 7, it'll be on Monday night. So interesting here how this NBA is scheduled here. But we got the Celtics and Knicks. Celtics trying to stave off this elimination. The Knicks still 2.5. There hasn't been any movement here, but we see some 2s there at Bet-Chris now. So there's a 2.5 is mostly the number. 211.5, 210.5. You can shop 212 now at Pinnacle. So this totals varies at several books. And we all know that Tatum is out for the year. And Boston's will be clean other than Tatum. Achua is questionable for the Knicks. Start with Rod.
Yeah, for me in this one, I like the over, but man, it just keeps skyrocketing up. It's up to 212 and from where it opened at. I still think we get an over because it's the Celtics without Tatum. We've seen in that last game, they definitely picked up the pace in the scoring. So the bookmakers just keep piling up the total up to 212. Now I still lean the over. I think this turns into the same type of track meet we seen last game. Boston's just coming out going, okay, let's run and gun. Not a whole lot of defense played. Let's just try to outscore you. They got some bench guys that are out there trying to make a point. So I'll take the over that one. Just a lead. I can't make it a premium at 212 now. As the numbers, the best of that number is long gone, so I don't want to be jumping on a late number that basically it's a 4-point move on that number. I think the best of that number is long gone. Still lean to the 212 to the over in that one.
There we go with Rod. On over to Chris.
Yeah, I agree with that over there. I think we see a lot of points in this one. Tatum out doesn't, like I said before, I've said all season, he doesn't change the needle for me. I think they play better without him. Jaylen Brown, all these guys step up. Derek White had a huge game last time. We're in the Garden tonight, and I don't know. We'll see if the Knicks can close it out, but I still think we get up and down. I think we see a lot of points both ways, even if it's 212, or I'd probably catch it now before it gets any higher. But yeah, I'd take the over.
Over there with Chris. We move on over to Sean.
Yeah, give me the over for the game. How about I can do a team total over for both of these teams. I think a 104 and 105.5 they were yesterday. I think Boston's got a shot here. So I'll do a little money line. Why do I think everybody's going to just, no Tatum. They had their little bounce after they lost them. And I don't know, man. The pressure's on the Knicks now. I had said we're going to be taking the Knicks all series, right? Because I didn't think the Celtics would go and win and cover the games, but now they're underdogs. Now it's totally different. Now I'll flip take the Celtics today.
Here we go here from John out over to El Ninos.
Yeah, interesting little as much back and forth as we've seen in this series. One thing that's been constant is the Celtics coming out strong. They've had the lead in the half in in 4 of these games so far, with the 5th one being tied. So I'll take that point with the Celtics heading to the half. I think it's a pretty good look. Obviously not my premium play, but yeah, it's been coming through so far, so I'll take it.
There you go. From El Nino's on over to Solo.
Boston and New York. I see the totals at 209. A lot of movement. I think if you like the over, like Rod said, I think you missed the value on that. If you like the under, I'd probably wait a little closer to game time. You might get that extra half point, get the thing up to 213. For me, I'm going to get in and out. I think the Celtics' only chance is to start fast, give themselves a chance, push the pace. I'm going to take Boston first quarter money line plus 105.
There we go from Solo. Tell you what I think about this game here. I like Celtics plus the points here. I like what I see. With Celtics have a lot of depth, it seems they can use it here without Tatum in the lineup. We talked about this, I think, yesterday, where you got the star player. Let's lean on him. We just stand around and watch him play. Well, now you got to play. And I think the Celtics, they built a good roster. They built some depth, and this is when you need it. When one of your guys goes down, and we talked about Derek White getting his, Cornette stepping up. You got the 6th man of the year in Peyton Pritchard. Now you got this Knicks team who has not been very impressive in the home series, but you lost 2 at home to the Pistons. I mean, come on, you're very capable of losing this one here. So I'll look at Boston in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the 26th morning show as we'll turn our attention here to Major League Baseball. Rivalry weekend on this 15-game card for today. I just scanned through the starting rotations, and I don't see any changes here in the rotations for today's game. So let's get to it. We'll start here with, well, we've seen a high total. It stays high here. White Sox and Cubs. We see the Cubs here, 225, total 11.5. You know what's going on in Wrigley when you see that. Guardians and Reds. We've got the Guardians here, $1.17. The total sits at 9. Pirates and Phillies. It is the Phillies, 223, total 8.5. Nats and the O's. Boy, these are 2 teams on downward slopes here. Orioles, $1.26, total of 9. And it is the Subway Series. Mets and Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Yankees are favored, $1.36. The total sits at 9. And we started off here with Rock.
Yeah, look at this, the early slate of MLB. I like the Guardians here on the road heading into Cincinnati. They're just playing their better ball right now. You look 6-4 in their last 10. Well, the Reds slumping a little bit, 3-7 in their last 10. Struggling to score some runs, 2-8 to the under is this Reds squad. And at home, 2 games below 500. So I see why the Guardians are favorite here in this one. And they won 8 straight as a road favorite versus the Reds as a favorite. So give me Cleveland in that matchup. And then Shane Smith's going for the White Sox. I'll take a shot on him the first 5.
Yes, sir.
Take that 0.5. He's been solid all season long in that first 5. 6-2 in that spot this year in his starts. So I'll take a shot there with Shane Smith in the Battle of Chicago to get us that nice win in the first 5.
There from Rod. Just update the weather. Yeah, just in the comments, think it's going to be very hot there in Chicago. It's also wind blowing out 20 miles per hour. Hot weather in Cincinnati. Hot weather in Philadelphia. 40% chance of rain. 80 degrees plus there. There's slight chance of rain in New York and Baltimore there, and that just seems to be the East Coast where there could be weather, and the Midwest there. On over to Chris.
Yeah, it's the Cubs and White Sox there. Yeah, it's blown out to center field, 20 miles an hour there. But I don't know, 11.5, just a little bit too much for me, especially with Shane Smith there and everybody. So I might take the under 11.5 there. And that one, I know it's kind of tempting to take that over because the wind's blowing, but I think you take a shot on Shane Smith too. Take the Chicago White Sox on the run line plus 1.5 on that one. And then we're doing Pittsburgh Philly, is that right?
Yeah, we are. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, take Philly on the run line. I'm fading Pirates forever. They're absolutely terrible. So take Philly on the run line there, and then yeah, that's the 2 I like in that spot.
Chris, on over to Sean.
I like the first 5 under here with the Cubbies. I know the wind's blowing out 6.5. I want to take Smith here at the $2. It's crazy. They are 1-7 in this starts, and they've covered the run line twice. It's not like they could get this guy. He doesn't give up runs. He's fine. Then the bullpen comes in. It's like, it's a 2-0 game. Forget it. We don't want to win. Let's make it 7-3. We lose this one. It's terrible. But give me the first half under here in that game. I lean Guardians, Phillies run line, And then, listen, the Orioles. This team is the Orioles. They have 15 wins. I mean, this Oriole team's terrible. I wrote it down somewhere. As much as all right, the Rockies are just on their own planet of futility. The Marlins have more wins than the Orioles. Yeah, people are like, "Oh, the Orioles are good." The Marlins have more wins, and that staff is horrendous. That staff makes this staff look like the Orioles had 420 game winners. Holy cow! Yeah, natties for me.
Yeah, you got starting pit. You got some quality starters for the Nationals. It's just the bullpen is just absolute wreck. If they can just fix that bullpen, you can get to respectability because they do have some power in that lineup. That's the issue there with the Nats. On over to El Ninos.
Yeah, how can you go against Shane Smith on the first 5 here? Got to agree with that one. I like the Guardians here with the Bybee over Singer. And the Reds, I could save maybe the Phillies -1 for a parlay or something. It's a little bit juicy there. Again, if you want to go -1.5, go ahead. I'm a little careful with those at home. And maybe take a shot with the Nationals here and go, but definitely not my favorite one of this slot. Well, there's something else. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, from El Ninos. On over to Solo.
Cubs, White Sox, I agree. I'm going to take the White Sox first 5. I like Shane Smith. I think he'll keep the ball in the ballpark. Runs probably be premium. I know the wind is blowing out, but he'll find a way to keep it down. Cleveland and Cincinnati. Cincinnati really can't hit, but I'm not a fan of Bybee. I understand he looked better his last start. And Singer's kind of got roughed up his last start. I think he has a better performance. Give me the Reds on the plus money. And I'm going to take another shot. I'm going to take Heaney. He was roughed up his last start. I think he bounces back in this one. I know Suarez had a good start last game, but the first start was rough. Either way, it's probably a really good spot versus poor hitting Pirates lineup. But I'm going to take a shot with Heaney. I think he navigates 5-6 innings, keep this totals down, maybe give shots. Pirates will win it late. Let's go for the plus money on this one.
There we go with Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. I like the White Sox here as well on the run line. The Cubs, big favorite this year at run line as -179 to -250. His favorites are 0-2 to the run line in that spot. So I'll take the White Sox in that spot. White Sox, they cover run lines when they're +150 to +$2 dogs, returning 7 units. So I'll look at them in that spot. I do agree with the Reds here. Guardians passed +2+ seasons against in interleague play, 24-31, losing 6.5 units. Cleveland just not hitting the ball, and their bullpen has kind of struggled over the past 6 games, over an ERA over 6, hitting 200. And Bybee in his 4 road starts allowed 16 runs in 20 innings. And Singer's been pretty sharp at home. So look at the Reds in that spot. I do agree with the under there, Pirates and the Phillies. This Pirates team is just sleep-inducing, man, the way they hit that baseball. 210 on the road. Phillies 251 against lefty starters. Heaney's numbers have been better on the road. Suarez did respond well in his second start. Could be another 7-inning gem here, I think, from him against this Pirates lineup. So I like the under in that spot. And give me the Mets, the plus money here. Yankees against these high-scoring teams that outscore opponents by half run per game or greater this season. 4-5 at home, losing 2.5 units. Mets, they hit 264 against the lefty starters. And their bullpen has been really sharp over the past 6 games. So I'll look here at the Mighty Mets to get it done at that plus price. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Nix Morning Show as we continue here with Major League Baseball. And next up, we have these rivalry games. Now, this is a rival. We got the Tigers and Blue Jays here. We've got the we got to get a team in Canada. There we go. Blue Jays, that's about 110 here for the Tigers, total 8.5. Braves and Red Sox. The Braves, they interesting reading about them. They switch out their rivals every other year, which is weird. Red Sox, $1.10, total of 8. Rays and the Marlins. Here we've got the Rays, $1.15 on the road, total of 8. Cardinals and Royals, KC, $1.48, total of 8. And the Astros and Rangers again. Here we got Rangers, $1.75 here. The total sits here at 8.5. And yep, we got those are 5. So we start with Rod.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite time spot of games. One I'm looking at, though, is Max Meyer. His last 3 starts, he's been awful. He's been getting up 5 runs. Getting in trouble with the walk, giving up home runs. He has not been good since his hot start. Definitely cooled right off. So is the Marlins, 3-7 in their last 10. I'll take the Rays in that one. Playing a little better ball than the Rays paid. Their better ball out on the road. 3 games above 500 on the road are the Rays. So on a coin flip, I'll take Tampa in that one. And then I'll take a shot here with St. Louis heading into Kansas City. Coloragans on the mound for the Royals. And, hey, they're playing pretty good, right? 6-4, rolling along, 16-7 at home. Cardinals, hey, they're not the greatest on the road, but, hey, they're playing hot. Their bats are hot. So, at a nice plus price, I'll take a shot with St. Louis at the plus 130 there versus the Royals.
There we go with Rob. We move on over to Chris.
Yeah, did the video on YouTube for the Atlanta-Boston game. Take the under there. Atlanta can't hit on the road, and we know what Boston can do. We got Sale and Crochet on there, so they should be at least able to keep it while they're in there. I think we'll see under there because the Braves are just not hitting. So take the under in that one, and then take the plus money with Tampa Bay against Max Meyer. I agree, definitely fade him right now. And then I'm actually on the under in the St. Louis Kansas City one, as well as taking a shot on St. Louis money line.
There we go with Chris. We move right on over to Sean.
Well, I'm going to be on the Tigers. I bet them last night at 130. Now they're minus 110. I don't know. I'm a Flannery guy, so I like Sean Flannery. 110, better number now. I gotta stick with it. It's the Red Sox for me. You know, you mentioned the Braves on the road hitting there, Chris. How about they're like betting 204 versus lefties, and the Red Sox are number 2 versus lefties. So I'll take the Sox at home in a short number. Rays and Marlins for Rod. Where's the 1-800? Get some help. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Well, that's a good rivalry, though, of trash. It's like 2 garbage cans on fire rolling down a stream. No opinion on the Royals, although I need Raggins to start chalking up some wins. I got 11.5 wins for this cat. 2-2 ain't cutting it, this guy. I'm gonna be sweating 12 wins on a team that's going to win like 88 games from the race. Ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. Oy.
There we go with Sean. We move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I like the Tigers. I've tried to back and make a case for the Blue Jays a lot lately, but in this spot, I'm gonna back Flaherty here with the Tigers. Next up, I kind of want to take a shot with the Braves here. I know Crochet's been good, but still hasn't been too bad lately. And even money here, I might take a shot on the Braves. Definitely not my favorite play of this card or day or slot, but just my small lean there. I agree with the Rays. I don't see any plus money next to them anymore, but I'll lay a little bit of see them on minus 115 right now. I think it's well worth it. And I think that does it for me here.
There we go with El Ninos. On over to Solo.
Red Sox and the Braves. I agree with Chris. I think runs would be premium. I think these pitchers come in and navigate 5-6 strong innings apiece. I think these bullpens come in and hold it down. I think runs would be premium. Take this total under. And Miami and the Rays. Not a big fan of Mayer, and I actually don't really like Bradley either. I think these pitchers that give up hard contact, frequent base runners, push this total over.
We go with Solo. I tell you anything here about these games. Tigers, Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays have found their hitting. I like the over in this game. You know, look at Flattery. Francis at home allowed 14 runs in 19 and third innings. Looking here at this Flattery on the road here, 4 road starts, allowed 14 runs in 21 innings. We've seen Blue Jays going over the total as dogs this season here at home. So I'll go over there with Detroit and Toronto. And I'll look at Tampa Bay in this one. Taj Bradley, this Tampa Bay team, they hit right-handers pretty well. Their bullpens performed well on the road. The Rays here against an interleague 5-1 this year, returning 5.5 units against these good bullpens here at home. Marlins 3-7 at home against teams with a bullpen whip of 1.35 or lower. So I'll go ahead and take Tampa Bay in that spot. All right, let's see what else I have. Anything else here? No, looks all I've got. Actually, looking at the Cardinals. Yeah, that plus price to look at the Cardinals here with Pallon on the mound here. St. Louis is past 6 games at 274 with 8 homers, and their bullpen has been sharp here, allowing ERA just over 1. In their night games, I don't know what it is about KC. They played 27 night games, hitting 217. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that team meal, but it's not sitting well with the bats, whatever it is. So I'll look here at the Cardinals here. The Cardinals have won 5 of their past 7 on the road. So they found that medicine to win games on the road. They've got it. So I'll take them in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Next up, we'll close it out here with these final 5 games on the card, and they will be Twins and Brewers here. We got the Twins $1.15, total 7.5. Rockies and D-backs. Look at this. We got is this our first $4 favorite? The D-backs $4 here, $4.10 in some places. Total 9.5. Mariners and Padres. We got the Padres $1.43, total 8.5. Angels and Dodgers here. The Dodgers here $2.75, total 9.5. I thought this should have been closer to 4. Just joking there. My love for the Angels. Athletics and Giants. The Giants $1.92, total of 7 there against the Athletics. I guess. Well, there we go. We got it covered here for the final 5. We start here with Rod.
I know you love for the LA team, but we'll take the Angels plus the 1.5. You get a nice plus price on that one. Dodgers could be tired. They did a lot of running around the bases and smashing the ball yesterday, and now you got to play an Angels team that if they can Cook and Owens can go a half decent an outing, which we've seen him do before plenty of times. Then you just don't have to. You just have to avoid the Angels bullpen, and hopefully that doesn't rock you too bad. But we know the Dodgers bullpen isn't any prize chicken either. So I'll take the Angels plus the 1.5 there in that one. Rivalry game, so why not? I'm definitely not a May guy. May at -300. It's a little bit way past overvalued there in that one. And then here I'm going to take a shot with another one that's the total. There's Burns, Boo Earns at -400 for Arizona. Boo Earns at -400. No chance. Give me the Rockies there in that one with Palmquist going for the Rockies. Going to make a start. It's not like he's new to things. He's been pitching in Albuquerque in the PCL. So I'm going to take a shot. You look at Arizona anyways. Arizona, their last 6 following a win, they've lost. So if you want, you can grab that 1.5 there with Colorado. But I'm going to take them outright. Give me Colorado to get one of those rare wins. They've got 7 on the season. So at 3 times my money, worth a shot.
The roof will be open. The roof will be open today and tomorrow. It'll be shut on Sunday. On over to Chris.
Seattle, San Diego. I'm going to take San Diego on the run line. I've just been backing them, win or lose there. I like them in that one. And I think we got to go back over with Angels and Dodgers. I think May and Kahanowitz both can get hit. I think in Dodger Stadium, the fans can breathe and this stuff goes out. It's already going out towards center field as it is right now in the report. So just take over 9.5 there. I think the Angels can get some on May. And then I'm gonna take a shot with JP Sears here and fade Logan Webb and take plus money with the Athletics on the road. They're not in the shelter; they're on the road. We'll take that, and definitely leaving that Colorado Arizona game alone.
There we go with Chris. On over to Sean. You're on mute, Sean. You grilling?
Of course I am, because I was laughing at that dummy in the chat.
Oh.
I want to take San Fran because I like Webb at home, but you just get pummeled like that. You almost got to come back and take the A's. That's a no-go for me. I'm concerned about my Dodger total here because I got 8.5 yesterday. Then it went to 9, now 9.5. And I see 9s at like circle. Like what? Are do we think Dustin May's going to come in here and pitch a gem? I know the Angels are terrible. I think the Angels have like 9 walks on the year. They're like the worst team. They don't even draw walks.
Nope.
I take it. I want to take the Rockies. How is it that we're laying 410 and only getting 320 back from DraftKings? This is the kind of crap that just makes me want to bash computer screens.
Yep.
This should be a 380 minimum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is just wrong. And this is the crap that new people don't understand because you're so used to laying 115 and 120 and taking back. And
we got to pay for the boost. We got to pay for the free bets. We got to pay for the boost and all this stuff.
This is absolutely. This is terrible.
You know,
who's pitching for the Rockies today?
People are worried about fixes, but this is how Vegas makes their money.
Oh yeah, that's been like that for baseball for years. The dime lines, goodbye. That's why you bet exchanges, guys. You know, the exchange is the way to roll.
We change. What happened?
I might just at this point I got to take the Rockies on principle. If you're going to give me 3-1 every single game this weekend, you need one, and you hit one game, you're up money going 1-2 this weekend with them.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, what is it? What is the plus 1.5 pay? I didn't even look at that. Is it? Are we going to get like $1?
Plus
That
one
might be 22. Almost plus 150, I think. So
when the roof was closed, I mean Sunday with the roof closed, I might look at a 1-run game. That might look at.
Once, I mean,
Because that was a 3-0 game. Remember, that was a 3-0 game on Sunday with the Dodgers and the D-backs. So with the roof closed,
190, right in a 190 run line. That Al, you better not come in here with Diamondbacks -1, -150. You're automatically off the show.
-1, -250. Let's go. -275. Bargain.
Gordon, Tom Gordon still pitching that guy?
What was his name? He had one of the best nicknames. What they call Tom Gordon? He had a great nickname. Oh my goodness. Was this Flash or something? Yeah, Flash. That was a good one. I remember Flash. That was good. All right.
Great soundtrack from the movie back in 1979. Cool.
All right. So those two, they're from you, Sean, on that block?
Yeah, that's it. Crazy block.
All right. We move on over to El Nidos.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can take a shot with the Rockies, just as you said, on principle, not go crazy with it or chase generational wealth, as Chris likes to say. But it's definitely worth a little play, at least. Guess at that price. Why not? Definitely loving the value. I saw someone say plus 150 in the comments. Yeah, shop around a little bit. You can definitely get them from plus 170 and better on Sears and the Athletics. Definitely a lot of value on that one. So Athletics money line for me. And yeah, not too much else in this slot for the free picks.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, Dodgers just overpriced, but I'm not really going to get there with the Angels. So, I mean, again, you guess you could take a shot with them, but it's hard for me to recommend. Maybe it's just me being a Dodger fan.
let's come down. It's only have to lay 290. See, somebody was already been.
Oh shit! I'm on
290 with the Dodgers now. There you go.
298.
Line movement. The line's coming down, so don't be in a hurry to rush to bench the Dodgers. The line's moving. You get a better number closer to pitch off.
There you go. On over to Solo.
Seattle and San Diego. I think runs will be premium. I think these pitchers come in, be solid. Kind of trust the Mariners bullpen, but don't really like the bats. We'll take this total under. And I think you got to take a shot with the Rockies plus money. I'm not playing the game, but if I was, you got to take a shot on the plus money. One more, and I like the A's plus 1.5, -130.
So I should say that Logan Evans is getting the start for Seattle. They had a bullpen guy that was listed earlier, but Logan Evans against Kolek. Evans figures to go here for Seattle today. All right, I'll tell you here what I like about these games. I'm going to come back with the Twins with Joe Ryan. About this Milwaukee team. Interesting to note here, their first game home after road trips, Milwaukee's lost all 3 games. So I'll continue to fade that Milwaukee coming here. Maybe the Brewers, hit the Brewers when they get back into Milwaukee. They smell the air and they got that itching for some beer. They missed that scent when they're on the road. So 0-3, first home game after a road trip this year for the Brewers. So I'll take Minnesota, the hot Twins. Just ride them when they win and fade them when they lose. That's kind of the way it is with Minnesota over the years. Run line for me, especially that big plus price with the Padres. Padres, when they win games, they usually cover the run line. 16-5 the run line at home this season. They're winning 13 units. So just especially that plus 140 plus price, if you can find it, give me the Padres run line. I'll probably look for Colorado on Sunday with the roof closed. Angels, Dodgers, give me the over again. The Dodgers are facing another pitcher that can't strike anybody out, and that's problematic here with Coconuts here. Coconuts, I'm just going to call them Coconuts just to make it easy, guys. Coconuts is on the mound here. 13% strikeout rate. That's I guess the Dodger bats. Good luck. I mean, I hope your Angels come through there, Rob, because that means the over is a lock if the Angels win the game. So because it's going to be a high scoring game. That's how I'll look at it. LA over the past 6 hitting 315 with a lot of home runs. And if we look at Coconuts on the road, his ERA is over 6 and 4 starts this year. And you know what the Angels bullpen's like. So it's another lick your chops game for the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers. I think there's room in their stomach to eat some more. I think they got big bellies. I think they can put up another 10 plus in back-to-back game. I think they can do that. They can hammer, they can hit, they can do it here. In interleague this year, the Dodgers 6-0 to the over. So the American League pitching staffs, man, they're pounding them this year. Against these home run hitting teams, Angels 3-0 to the over, facing teams that average 1.25 home runs per game or greater this season. Fortunately, they haven't played too many, or else their record would be a lot worse against home run hitting teams. There again, Sears at plus price. I got to take him here, especially the Giants this year. 0-4 at home against lefty starters, losing 6.5 units. So you're going broke betting the Giants against lefty starters. So and of course the A's are going to be pissed off after what happened yesterday. I think there'll be some motivation in them. I know it's tough to go against Webb at home, but I'll look at the Athletics. They hit the ball on the road this year. 283, 10 homers in 5 games here in their past 5. Over their past 5 games, hitting 283. And they beat the Dodgers. They got that first road game. They put 11 on the Dodgers. Don't forget about that. And I think yesterday the Dodgers didn't forget that because they pounded them the final 2 games. So look at the Sears in that one. All right, let's continue. Yeah, A's are not hitting Webb. Yeah.
Can somebody tell me why did the White Sox fire the manager? I mean, they highest free agent acquisition was $1.4 million. They trade all their pitchers. I mean, what do they think this guy was going to do?
Who's that? The Cubs? Or you mean the White Sox manager got fired?
Yeah. What are they doing?
When did they fire him?
Yeah.
I thought that.
I know they just found.
They fired the Rocky guy and the Pirate guy.
Yeah.
The Rockies guy. The Rockies.
Oh, Bud Black.
The Rockies. Yeah. The Rockies. Highest free agent acquisition was $1.6 million. They have no pitchers. They have no bats. What did they think he was going to do? What did they fire him for?
It's just.
And he's a better guy. I don't know why.
He's been there a long time too. Bud Black's been there many years, and I some things you just have no explanations for. Maybe get him out of his misery. Maybe attitude. A lot of that can happen as well. You just never know.
His attitude, you don't give us any talent. I can't do anything. I got a bad attitude. I want to win a game.
Yeah,
this is embarrassing.
I
see
for them too that it might be Carson Palmquist might get called up for them. He's like their 9th prospect for them.
Well, their top prospect's been getting pounded, right? Well, who was that?
Right.
Their prospect just got in.
Case Stallander.
Yeah, he's
Stallander. He was pitching a 7-inning no-hitter versus the Rangers his last start, so it wasn't too bad, Tony.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. But one good start out of one good start.
Before we do the hockey and get out of here, the Twins have won 11 in a row. They're still 5 games back in the division, by the way.
That's how bad their start was. That's how. It's so. The thing is that stadium it's Minnesota in April, and those night games. Whoop.
Chilly. Whoop. Bring back the garbage bag out in left field.
I know. Maybe the Metrodome wasn't so bad. Maybe you can play in Vikings. I would just set a deal with the Vikings. Can we play in your stadium for April and May? Is it okay?
Yeah, Vikings play indoors and the Twins are outside.
That's what they should do. All right, let's get over to the hockey tonight. We got Maple Leafs and Panthers here. The Panthers going to lay at 230 here, total 5.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, for me in this one, I'll just take the over. I think the Leafs realize they have no goalies. So the big problem, you got Joseph Wall in there. He's been not the Wall, that's for sure. We seen last game how many he gave up. And then, you going to ride Matt Murray? That's the next guy going for the Leafs. And he popped in relief of Wall and let in one himself. So for me, if the Leafs want any chance, you're going to have to outscore the Panthers. And the Panthers have been good for putting up 3 or 4. It's going to be more like the 5-4 overtime game that we've seen earlier in the series. I'll take the over 5.5 here in this one. I'm going to lean to the Leafs because they're pretty good as a road dog. But after what we see last game from the Leafs, it's really tough to rush to the winner to make that bet. So I really have no NHL premium today. I can't get there. If anything, it would be the over 5.5. But I'm going to cheer for the Leafs. But I can't rush to the window to make that bet just because of what I seen them do last game. If they don't come out with a better motivated effort, bye-bye, Toronto Maple Leafs. Bye-bye. The Leafs will have fallen. So we'll see what happens there. I would just take the over.
They're from
the over 1.5 in the first period as well. I think we easily see 2 goals in that first period.
They're from Rod on over. You have anything in the ice, Sean?
I was going to say the over. I mean, you lose 6-1, and now your back's to the wall. You got to come out with everything. I mean,
You're not going to say, "Oh, let's play defense." I mean, these have all been high-scoring games. You haven't been playing defense. Now you gonna play defense? No, I'm gonna ride on the over.
There we go with Sean over El Ninos.
Yeah, I mean, Leafs are a great team. A lot of talent on that roster, but and a lot of value on this line too. So I mean, I wish I could come out here and say take the Leafs on the money line, but at this stage of the series, with all the pressure on them, Florida's at home. They got the momentum. I'll take the Panthers -1. You see the money line at -230. You might think, "Ooh, this is too juicy," but again, you're getting better value on that puck line than you do on the run line in baseball, so you can get that -1 around -150 on the Panthers. Yeah, it's still a little juicy, but I think that's the play if you were to bet on the side.
There we go there from El Ninos. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show. We move our attention here to the W. We started out with the Lynx. The Lynx on the road against the Chicken Wings, Dallas Wings. Lynx 5.5, total 163.5. Dream and Mystics. Dream 6.5, total 156. And we close out with the Sparks at the Valkyries. The Golden State Valkyries is what they call themselves today here. The Sparks just against an expansion team. We're seeing 6s, 5.5s. There's even a 7.5 out there. Wow. Look at this. Expansion team. I thought we'd see double digits in the W with an expansion team, but no. Total 161.5 all over the Rod.
Yeah, for me, I think that Mystics lines went way a bit too far. I'll take the Mystics plus the 7 there at home. Move about 3 points, 3.5 points. Yeah, I'll take Washington there. They were really good last year as a home dog. So you're going to give me 7 with the home dog there. I'll take it. Give me the Mystics plus the 7. And I'll lay it with Minnesota there over Dallas. I know Dallas with the rookie going, but is she going to make that much of a big impact right away? I'm not thinking so. I think it's going to take a bit for Paige Beckers to get things going for Dallas. Plug and play is probably not on the menu there. The Lynx defense is a solid bunch. Probably almost, I'm going to say the best in the WNBA again is the Lynx. And only I'm in the lay 5. I'll lay the 5 there with the Lynx. We've seen this Dallas defense. If I don't see some improvement from the rookie that I had to improve that defense from Dallas, Minnesota will have no problem running it up. Win by 10. Lay the 5 there.
Yeah, I remember these rookies. They just played like 6 weeks ago in the tournament. And so not a whole lot of break here for these ladies going from college right into the pros. Heck, yeah, they were in training camp for about a month, right? So it's a quick turnaround from college right in the pros. Anything here, Chris, on W?
I'm dipping my toe in. Nothing premium. I've never really, I've never watched it too much. And I mean, I know the names, know the key names, everything. But I looked at last night as how I'd like do my systems and everything. And really the only thing I can get with, like I said, not a premium. I don't want to make you guys pay for anything I'm not familiar with, but looking at this Minnesota-Dallas, looking at all the numbers here, everything leans towards the over. Minnesota 15-11 to the over. Dallas 15-5 to the over. Dallas has given up 99 points. So, I mean, that's just the way I'm going to break it down now. I'm going to like slowly transition into this. I'll start watching it, start getting into it. I've got a lot of people telling me that it's good to handicap, good to bet on. So, I'm going to start slow. I'll give you guys something, though. I don't want to bow out of it and not do it. So I'll give you the over in the Minnesota-Dallas today.
That's from Chris. I know Shaw's not into it. So
I feel like turning into like a Stephen A. Smith rant when I'm going to get into like the WNBA. The WNBA. Let me are we an expansion team? Who watches this? I keep saying if this league hasn't made money in 30 years, how are you expanding? And the fact that's having a double-digit spread just tells you how bad these people are. It's like terrible.
Well, people are saying, look at Amazon. They were losing money for 20 years until they made it.
The league's making me money. I don't care if they're not making any money.
Yeah,
but we sure are.
We're running our pockets with it. That's what matters.
That's what matters.
It's just like horse racing. These owners lose money, but we still bet on their horses. And the owners, about 99% of the owners lose money there in on horse racing, and that's been going
I
on
have
for
a hard
years.
enough time with regular NBA and knowing and just following college guys out of college into NBA and sort
Look,
of
the
following
owners
that.
know. Look, the owners know when they buy a horse, they're going to lose money, and they know when they buy it in the WNBA franchise, they're going to lose money. It's just a tax write-off for them. That's all it is.
Did you just bet the unders in the WNBA since they can't shoot?
No,
Well,
that's
they've
not true. Don't do
adjusted.
that. Don't do that. They
I don't know.
I'm asking.
numbers
I
don't
don't
lay
know.
defense, not a lick. So
It's all, the numbers are all adjusted. They've been adjusted. You're not going to see 200s in the W. That's for sure. You're going to see it about the 160s, 150s.
Oh yeah, 160 is high scoring.
Yeah.
165, that's high scoring.
All right. Yeah. Again, I don't. I like watching the stuff come
you
across
blindly
the
bet the
timeline.
unders because they're all girls. They can't shoot. No, that's not gonna get no.
They don't shoot underhand. They don't shoot underhand.
No.
They don't shoot.
Because I'm used to watching, people put on Twitter. It's like a 4-minute montage of a game. They come down, they're throwing air balls and stuff off underneath.
Oh, they
the
obviously,
rim.
yeah, they found that. Yeah. Well,
You
yeah,
know.
there are those moments. There are those
Yeah,
moments.
I don't. Again, I don't watch it.
And they package it, of course. There are those moments, and they package them into a low light reel.
It's the same as me teasing hockey and even like regular season NBA. Or I don't bet it. I'm not going to pretend to know a sport. I say that all the time.
Don't worry, they
hockey,
put
I
in
don't
a
know.
colored ball. They'll put a big white patch and then
Yeah.
the regular color too sometimes, and then they'll put in the colored courts just to throw you off too, and then be like, oh.
I'll always give. Listen, you guys are going to make money across the board in every sport you're going to jump in. Hats off to you. I had no way. I need some time away. I can't get into a fifth major sport. I can't do it.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. And of course, the scheduling, I don't think they play more than two or three times a week, and very rare back-to-backs unless you have the East Coast, West Coast teams playing. Sometimes you see it. Very rare you have a back-to-back, but it's usually East versus
Monday's
West.
off day.
Yeah, a lot of days off.
Monday's always off day.
Monday's always an off day. That's right. Mondays
How
are
many games
always
do they play in a season?
yeah, 40 plus. I think. I don't remember. I know their finals are in September. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I know they want to get paid the same as the NBA players since they play the same sport. I saw that. That was an interesting article to read. That they should get
Last
paid
game of
the
the
same as the
season,
NBA
regular
guys.
season is September 11th. Is the last regular season.
Yeah, it's 40 games. Looks
40 games. Yep.
40.
Yep. And they got their charter flights now, so they don't have to fly. They used to fly commercial back in the day. There's pictures of all these guys. Hey, professional wrestlers used to travel commercials. So
And players try hard because they go, I want to win the Commissioner's Cup.
Oh yeah, they have the money game too,
And that's the
right.
money thing. So that's the Commissioner's Cup. Take the Vegas team this year to win the Commissioner's Cup.
All I know is
44
my
games.
favorite player, Kelsey Plum, is with the Sparks now. So that made I'm happy to see that. All right. Anything there, Al, for the W?
To be completely honest, no. But if
All right.
I'm going to take a shot at it, I'll take the Mystic.
We want some some educated picks here, not just take shots.
Oh no!
If you don't cover it, you don't cover it. We don't want to just play.
No.
darts.
I'm not going to pretend to know the WNBA.
All right,
absolutely not.
all right. That's not. Let's move on over to Solo.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
covering this thing, baby. We got
Had
the
a
Dream
good-
and the Mystics. Mystics traded a lot of the size down the stretch last year. That's how they ended up with the 3 picks in the top 10 in the lottery. At the same time, one of the guards they picked tore ACL, so they're not really strong in the backcourt. Dream has really good size. They bring in Griner. They bring in Jones from the Liberty. They'll kind of dominate down low. That's why the spread is so high. Take the Dream. Lynx in the wings. Lynx is probably the best team in the league. They clearly has the best player in the WNBA. Fisa Collier. She'll feast in this one. Take her over 20 points. Take her to get 10 rebounds. Lay it with the Lynx. Sparks probably come out. Not a big fan of this game. This is probably the game I think I'd take the under. Valkyrie's kind of a young team. A lot of young players are kind of still trying to figure it out. New coach, new stadium, the whole nine. Kind of new to this WNBA thing. Sparks, one of the worst teams in the W last year. They can shoot the ball a little bit. I think the big center's still out. So I think they're rolling with number 10, Hamby. Hamby should get busy. And I like Rakia Jackson to go over on points tonight.
There we go from Solo there on the W. Yeah, the great girl that for the Sparks. She tore her ACL early in the season last year. That was hurt the Sparks' chances, but they got some picks right in the draft that can help them out. And Plum coming.
Should be out
out.
about a month. They figure about the first month or so of the season, Tony, and then she'll be back for the Sparks. So,
And I was surprised to see Plum get traded but they said Vegas got better with the trade.
Yes, yeah, Plum sucks.
My-
but
Yes.
it is what it
My
is.
one offshore joint solo has Collier. You said Collier over points. I'm like, I'm gonna jump on it. 21 or more points, minus 251.
Oh, is that what it is? I didn't look at it, but I know she's gonna.
No,
get
no. Well,
better.
this is PPH land. It's not a low. It's not an official legit joint.
Oh yeah, take it up to plus money. You'll get it.
25 points
Collier to
plus
win,
money.
win. It will be when you take her to win MVP. It's over 3 times your money.
Yeah, she's it, man.
There you go. All right. we got you.
Everybody's going to bet up Caitlin Clark, and I've already seen it. It was that you could have got 2 times your money, and now I've seen it come down to like plus 190, plus 185. Everybody and his mama's going to be betting Caitlin Clark to win MVP. Does she cruise to it and get it? Possible, but
She
to
might.
take a dog, you got to take a shot with Collier.
Because they bet who's going to, because it figures that who will have the better year. Which team will have the better year?
Better year, right? Or the number 2 on that list is Asia Wilson.
Asia
she's
Wilson,
a little over 2 times your money. So this is the 2 that I'm going to sprinkle on. I'm going to sprinkle on Asia Wilson and a little bit on Collier to win the MVP.
Got to put one on Sabrina.
Yeah. And that's good.
No. Yeah.
3-point shooter. And that's
Yeah.
good there.
Plus 1,700 for MVP.
Yeah.
Part.
Because she can definitely go off there from 3, no doubt about that. All right, we got you through the W, so now it's time for our parlay proof segment where our captains can give out a parlay, team player prop, game of the future, or just play it straight. We leave up the cappers here. We start with Rod.
We're going to take the Cleveland Guardians on the money line. We're going to throw in the Tampa Bay Rays. And then we're going to throw in those Angels plus the 1.5 there against the Dodgers tonight. Little 3-teamer for you.
Teamer there from Rod. We move right on over to Chris.
Yeah, we'll take a little 2-teamer here. We'll go Athletics money line, St. Louis Cardinals money line. Should get you about plus 500 there. And then one that I'm confused on here is one of my videos. It's one of the home runs in the videos I gave you guys, Jose Altuve. He's at plus 950 for a home run against Nathan Eovaldi. He's got 7 of them against him. He hits him really well. So I don't know, the book's just whatever. I guess they don't think Jose is going to do it, but take a shot plus 950 with him on a home run today. You can take him for a RBI as well if you'd rather do that at plus 255. He's got 7 of those as well. So either way you want to go.
There we go with Chris. On over to Sean.
All right. The other day, the doubleheaders came through for us. 3-1 plus 240. So 20 and 23 minus 110 with sides and totals here in MLB. We're doing Philly run line today minus 110. Detroit Tigers minus 110. And the Dodgers over 9.5. 3 games, 1, 2, 3. Not in a parlay. Just even by themselves. Run line fills, Tigers, and over LA Dodgers.
There you go with Sean Aurelianos.
Yeah, like the Guardians, the Tigers, and the Phillies minus 1.
Yeah, from Alinos on over to Solo.
Let's go Celtics first quarter money line. Let's go Braves Red Sox under. And let's go with the Minnesota Lynx minus 5.5.
Yeah, from Solo. Is that what I like here? I like the Mets at the plus. I like Tigers, Blue Jays over, and give me the Athletics at the plus price. All right, we got you through our parlay pro segment. Now see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com here for today's action. Of course, you just got our free picks, but our best bets are over at Tony'sPicks.com. When you click the link in the description, you'll see all our plays there, best bets and more. Let's take a look and see what Rod's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod is the unit leader at Tony'sPicks.com for the year. Supporting right now over 6,000 units of profit for Rod over at Tony's Picks. Rod, what you got for sale?
And for me over at Tony's Picks today, I've got a few plays. Love today's card. I got my MLB play of the day. I got my NBA drop a dime play, and then I got my WNBA play of the day as well. You can get all 3 of those plays singly, or they're included in that Steak Friday packs where you'll get all 5 plays I got rolling today, which includes a nice little 3-pack in the MLB. So definitely jump aboard. Let's have a big winning Friday to kickstart the weekend. It's the weekend, so the best way to go is that 3-day pass gets you Fridays, gets you Saturdays, gets you Sundays, and I throw Monday in there early. So that 3-day pass turns into a 4-day pass. Also, take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional over at Tony'sPicks.com because you can't go wrong with that. Having 2 cappers put money in your pockets. You can see I'm not the only non-capper over at Tony's Picks. So pair up your 2 favorite cappers. and let's have a big winning weekend together over at TonySpix.com. Hit the link. It's in the description. Gets you right on over there to crushing the books. Let's continue to stay hot.
Stay hot with Rod. Green across the screen from Rod. You can see the results here. 6,000 units of profit last 24 hours, last 7 days, last 30 days for the year. You can verify all these numbers by going to Rod's handicap page. Going down here, pick history. You can see all the plays Rod has posted into the system. He's made 2,059 plays. You can check each one of them out by just going to his handicap page and verifying all these numbers. Of course, Rod, ready to roll here with picks here for you. Packages and long-term subscriptions available. Remember, all the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit or amount purchased will be right back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. So get on board with Rod over at TonySpix.com. All right, let's take a look and see what Chris has got rolling over at TonySpix.com. Chris coming off a monster Thursday. Chris, what you got for sale?
I got you a 3-pack in the baseball today. Premium, 2 premiums, best bet. And then I got you a pick in tonight's NBA playoff there. I got you a winner on that one. And how about some long-term 3-day, 7-day? You get the weekend for 3 days, get you that late steam. If there wasn't any pitcher changes or anything that comes through. Doubt we'll see anything particular in the NBA, but you can still get on that late steam there that's offered. 2-for-1 capper, 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. Everybody's on the leaderboard, everybody's doing well. So hop on that, and then don't forget that promo code Tony T checkout. Going to save you 15% off all of it. But just hop on something there. My baseball package is out there as well. Going to get you every pick I put in for the baseball season all the way through the World Series for one price. So hop on that too.
Okay, I'm with Chris over at TonySpix.com. You can see Chris's Major League Baseball season pass, very affordable. And remember, you can use a promo code Tony T at checkout and save that 15% off. All right, let's take a look and see what we got rolling here with Sean over at TonySpix.com. Sean has put together a great year for 2025, 1,453 units of profit. Sean, what's for sale?
MLB is for me 3-pack up again, 2-1 yes, 2-1 yesterday, 2-0 in the on baseball. So, but not much showing there. That's it. We got some college sports that I'm plus in. NBA and hockey playoffs have not been that great for me. It happens, but what am I gonna do? It's coming to an end, and MLB is on a little run back into the plus here. So, hoping to be plus. I'm greedy. Maybe another week or two. Again, I think I'm 11 games under. Not terrible for me as a dog kind of guy. So I'm right there. I'm not worried about it. But again, Rod is the man. That's where you go. So yeah, I'm plus. Again, we said this the other day. I'm 6 games over 500 there, plus money. But then you look at Rod and he's like under 500. He's up thousands of dollars. Take the guy who's red hot. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll be fine in a month. Take Rod. The guy's unstoppable right now.
You can see Sean over the past 3 days has been putting pretty good numbers together here over at TonySpix.com. So just a slow start, but coming on strong is Sean over at TonySpix. So he's someone to consider over there. If you want to get that multi-pack promotion, you can match up Rod and Sean together in a 2-for-1 capper promotion. Let's see what El Ninos has got for sale over at TonySpix. El's having a great year in the NBA. El, what's for sale?
Yeah, I got in my best bet in each sport, all in the 3-pack. Just put a 3-pack together in the MLB as well. Then I got each of those bets sold individually. So whatever you're into, but your best way to go is always those long-term and 2-for-1 capper passes. Pair me up with your other favorite capper, and make sure you get all the steam plays that way.
There you go. From El Ninos, get on board. You can see his one-day passes up there right now. $19 premium from the NBA and more. So every time we get on board, I'll mention Steam plays. So all of our plays are in the system by 11 a.m. Eastern time for our members' play. So we continue to handicap throughout the day and night for our long-term subscribers. We have a late Steam feature. We can post in plays in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours per game time. Those are emailed directly to your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the long-term subscription. Late Steam, a feature I don't see anywhere else but at TonySpix.com. So get on board with El Ninos right now at TonySpix. Go long-term. That is your best value there. All right, let's take a look and see what we got with Solo. Solo's been absolute red hot. 1,872 units of profit last 3 days. Solo, what's for sale?
Kind of light today. I got a best bet NBA. I got a best bet MLB. I was waiting on some late low information on one or two MLB games. I'm gonna add one more game, get to a 3-pack. Then we're gonna sit tight, and wait for tomorrow's huge card. We're starting to see the board, but we want to just overfire. We're gonna hold these bullets. So sign up with me short term, long term. Probably want to get cappers. Let's get to the bank. Remember, be smart. Don't parlay. Let's get to it.
Get to it with Solo. You can see Solo with a couple best bets up there right now. NBA and Major League Baseball. So get on board. Instead of just buying the plays individually, you may consider the 3-day pass. You guys like that one on the weekend. Get all of Solo's action here for 3 days. We got the baseball in there. We got you covered with the W. Got you covered with the MLB and more. So get on board with Solo at Tony'sPicks.com. That promo code Tony to check out. We'll knock off that 15% off. All right, guys, I got a best bet on the board right now for Major League Baseball. Also a 3-pack with 2 from baseball, 1 from the NBA. I'm having a great year in Major League Baseball. Hit the best bet again yesterday. So get on board with me over at Tony'sPicks.com and match me up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 cap promotion and get signed up. Guys are with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time with the Tony's Picks Morning Show. If you happen to miss any show, all you have to do is head on right over to our YouTube channel. We have a lot going on over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Just type Tony's Picks on YouTube. You'll find us, and then make sure you hit that subscribe button when you do that. We're almost up to 50,000 subscribers, getting close. If you ever want to see a replay of our shows, just hit the live tab. You'll see a replay of our morning show. And you can also, we have a members feature. You want to get early access to my videos, just support us, support our channel. You can become a member and hit the join button. And over here, we got our happy hour show. Rod hosts it. Of course, you'll see Ramon and Ron in there as the regulars, and you'll see some of the cappers will pop in from time to time because Sean was during his grilling showed up in there. He muted himself, but he was there, so you can check him out there on our archive on our live show. Hit the video tab, a lot more on-demand content. You want deeper dives, you want a lot more stats, then check out our on-demand videos. We can see Nick Lagorettos. He's got that his Greek accent. It's not AI when you listen to him. That's how he talks. He's from Greece, but check him out. He knows his stuff there over on our 3-pack. Alnito's always looking for those dogs. Chris contributes with his contributions. David Racy, you see him on the leaderboard. So he's got a parlay up there for you. WNBA from Ron Crawford and Rod. They were 1-2 on the leaderboard last year in WNBA. They know their WNBA. Ron with some deeper dives NHL. I've got my content up there as well, so check it out. And we'll let Rod talk about it here. Of course, Rod, you've got that happy hour show and a little deeper dives here with NHL, and of course, you and Ron together with the WNBA.
Yeah, definitely check out the WNBA. Man, Brown crushed it last year. It wasn't even close. I think he made bettors over 3,000 units betting WNBA. So definitely check out Ron crushing the WNBA. Check those out. Got you covered on the NHL, and definitely make sure you tune in 5 p.m. Eastern for the happy hour show. We'll worry on the technical difficulties of getting shown what was on the chicken and the seasoning and the breakdown. Hey, those tech issues happen sometimes, but we did get to see it. We did get to see the chicken grilling on the grill, and we were talking about what was on there and what was going on. But definitely tune in the happy hour. Good times had by everybody there. 5 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday.
Very good. And of course, Chris, you got some content up on the YouTube channel right now with the home run props and more.
Yeah, guys, get you a little deeper dive in that Braves, Red Sox, why to take the under. Everything's explained there. Then you got your 3 home run props in there today. Checked. Everybody is playing. I've put out a couple the night before, and some people have been getting subbed or taken out. But I mean, we still have some people that come in as pinch hitters, so you got to kind of be watching for that too. You get a better number sometimes live. But yeah, I try to get you guys the best data with who goes against these pitchers and everything. Don't parlay them. Do the straights. Don't chase that generational wealth. I'm trying to hit a $11,000 three home run prop. I've had people message me about that all the time. It's not hitting. One of them will hit. 2 of them not hit. So yeah, I try to give you guys 3 winners. I also been putting stuff in the chat or in the comments, so look for that too on those videos. And I appreciate everybody's interaction on that. It's been real fun.
Very good there with Chris. Of course, Sean, we got you on the mornings. And occasional pop in on the happy hour when you're cooking.
You know what? I set up. I'm on StreamYard right now, and it's like the mic is not working. I don't know why. It says you are try restarting your device. I restarted it yesterday. I don't know what the problem is with the StreamYard. So I don't know. Again, if I'm calling in from the patio there, it'll be on the phone.
It'll be on the phone. We'll get that corrected there.
Problem yesterday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The phone didn't update. I never update my crap because I don't like doing that. And now it's all jacked up.
There you go with John, of course. You're always looking for those dogs.
Yeah, mixing it up a little bit. Cross sport threw in a prop in there too, so got a little bit of everything for everyone. Go check it out.
Get out there for El Nino's, of course. Solo, they're popping in the mornings, and occasionally we'll see you on the happy hour.
Yeah, popping on the morning, occasional happy hour. But like Rod said, OG Ron C was on did really dominate WNBA last year. I remember, man, I was in first place. I want to say I was up 14 units, and then the damn Olympics started, and they took a huge break. And when they started back, I got smoked.
Oh. Yep, that Olympic break. I remember that. And the NFL's talking about letting their players play in the flag football. Flag football. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. All right, guys. That'll do it here for the Tony Six Morning Show. We'll be back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications here with us when we give you out those live plays. Also, some news coming in. Elder has been sent back down to the minors, so we'll see Elder when there's a rain delay makeup game. So Elder to the minors. Maeda has been picked up by the Cubs, but he signed a minor league deal. So we'll see if Maeda can get his act back together. I used to like him a lot. We'll see if he can get his act together. So a couple news there from Major League Baseball. All right, that's going to do it for now. Anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Looked like Sean did. But yeah.
Who the Braves bringing in? They got no pitching as it is.
I guess
that down there is fine. I'll go. Can't be any worse.
And worse, right? Worse. If I'm picking a minor guy, and I didn't tell me who they're bringing up here. We know Sale's up here. No, Strider. Strider's coming back from the injured list. They had to make.
He's coming back. And so is Acuna. Acuna's doing well in rehabs.
I think Strider's going to start. Yeah, I think he's coming back soon here. So I think they had to make.
Yeah, he's got the first. He's got Tuesday against the Nationals is what he's listed as. So
yeah. So
all right, that's what it is then.
That's what it is. They had to bring it back. All right. That'll do it here for the show, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow and tune in for Rod's Happy Hour live here at 5 Eastern Time. We'll wake up. Bye, guys. Make it a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony